とは思わなかったな。
録画します。
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Rakuten Symphony session. It's so nice to be back in Barcelona and at the MWC. As you know, Rakuten was a main sponsor of FC Barcelona for a long, long time. This year, we decided to not to continue. We need to invest into Rakuten Symphony. Today, I would like to start introducing who we are, how we started the company, where we stand, and also the reason why we started mobile business, especially based on the new disruptive technology, which now we call it as mobile as a software. Just want to make sure that the slide is okay. Yeah. So I founded Rakuten in 1997 with just 6 employees with a startup, the initial capital of $200,000. Since then, we have been, keep growing continuously, and now the global GTV of Rakuten has reached 34 trillion Japanese yen, or approximately 260 or 70 billion US dollars. For the last 22 years, we have been growing at the speed of CAGR of 39.2%. The annual sort of net sales of Rakuten has reached 1.9 trillion yen, or about 16 billion US dollars, and we have been keep growing like this. Now in Japan, we are the biggest e-commerce company. We're beating our global competitors. We are the biggest credit card company in Japan. We are the biggest online bank, biggest online brokerage firm, biggest online travel agent, and so forth and so forth. But we have decided to get into the mobile business. When we announced we are going to get into the mobile business, everybody really questioned, why are you going into the mobile business while you have such a great OTT services? But we believe the mobile business connectivity is going to be a very, very important part of our ecosystem. So we decided to get into the mobile business, and also the Japanese government, I think they had a very strong intention to reopen the industry to new entrants and create more competition, so that there will be a healthy competition among the mobile carriers. Since we launched in 2000, Rakuten Mobile has been growing very, very nicely. As I mentioned, in the credit card industry, we are dominant number 1. Just after 15, 16 years, we have about 25% market share for entire credit card transactions. And this is coming from the strength of our ecosystem. But if you compare the growth of Rakuten Mobile versus initial 20 months of Rakuten Card, what we are seeing is amazing. We are growing 3 times faster than the growth of the initial years of Rakuten Card. And if we can keep doing this, we are going to be the dominant mobile service company in Japan. And I will tell you what is making this possible. Because everybody thought this is impossible. But Rakuten is a company which made impossible possible. Not only in Japan, Rakuten are a very, very global company. We have changed our internal communication language from Japanese to English about 9 years ago. It is one of the historically, craziest project among the Japanese, business society. But we get it done. The intent is Rakuten do not want to just stay as a domestic Japanese company. We want to become a global company. We want to become a global platform company. Therefore, our organization need to be global. Now we have over 6,000 engineers in India. Our presence and brand awareness in US and Europe are very strong. And as a matter of fact, we have a big business outside of Japan as well. For example, Rakuten TV, which we are going to present later, have a total user of 70 million, especially in Europe, and it's growing 48.3%. Rakuten Bigi, which is a multilingual global streaming platform, we have 66.8 million users. The second largest ebook company, Kobo, we have 16.8 million users. One of the biggest messaging app, Rakuten Viber, has 1.4 billion users. And Rakuten Rewards, some of you may have seen our Super Bowl TV advertisement, but we are getting really, really big, 12.1 billion US dollars of gross merchandise sales last year. So why we decided to get into mobile business? We just could have enjoyed our success with what we have, but we have decided to get into the mobile business because we think this is the largest and most meaningful disruption we can do. If you look at what we do versus what legacy companies are doing, obviously, legacy telecom companies are really trapped by the conventional wisdom, CW of telecom industry. The platform has not really evolved that much, to be very honest. And I always use the analogy with financial businesses. I used to be a banker. In 25 years ago, everybody was telling me banking service cannot be done on the Unix server. It has to be a mainframe. But if you think about Rakuten Bank, we are much more, quality-wise better than most of the legacy banks, and it's scalable faster. But our investment is like less than maybe 4 or 5% of what big banks are paying in Japan. And internet services has evolved from a big server to Unix server to now to the cloud. But this has never happened in telecom industry because of the structure of the equipment companies as well as service companies. And then their concept has been always hardware centric. And we stepped back and they thought, well, wait a minute, can we do it differently? Can we become more like internet service provider for telecom? Can we do it or not? I was amateur enough. I believe probably we should try. And therefore, Rakuten Mobile decided to do everything on the software, not really procuring very expensive hardware. So this is what we do. Obviously, our base station doesn't have the big boxes like legacy platform base stations. Our data center are virtualized, and also our central data center is fully virtualized. It is really remarkable. We achieved 40% CapEx reduction and 30% OpEx reduction, conservatively speaking. And this is very, very similar to what we have done for the credit card business. We really made our system light, agile, and scalable. We saved all these costs and give it back to the consumer, our credit card holders, and they can get more economic benefit. So our intent is we're going to make economically most efficient network in the world and keep our CapEx and OpEx, including site acquisition costs, as low as possible and give it back to the consumer. Then we will get the market share. That's what we want to do. And then, but one thing we realize, one thing which is different from internet bank or internet shopping or internet travel agency or whatever internet services is you really need to build radio stations. Two things. Our radio station is much more simpler than incumbents. So our process of building is much faster, much smaller, and much easier. This enables us to build over 70,000 radio stations in 2.5 years. And now we have achieved 98.5% population coverage in Japan, and by the end of this year, we will probably achieve 99.2 or 3% population coverage. So we have made this historical project. The reason why we could have done it, of course, we were entrepreneurial. We have been working very hard to get it done, but at the same time, our system was much simpler and automatic. Automation played a big role to achieve this. And as a result, this is an astonishing number. Japanese 3 incumbents has spent somewhere between 6 to 8.2 trillion yen, or maybe 50 billion to 6.65 billion US dollars to build the current 4G and 5G network. Up to now, Rakuten has spent approximately 6 billion US dollars. Probably we need to spend another 2.3, but the total capex we built, the nationwide network, is 80% less than our competitors in Japan. And then the quality. It is amazing. When we started this virtualization and O-RAN, everybody was, to be very honest, cynical, and they're, laughing at us. My friends in big IT companies and telecom companies were saying me, "Good luck, Mickey. It is going to be very difficult." But fast forward, after 4 years, now it is obvious that performance of our virtualized network and O-RAN is outperforming most of telecom companies in the world. It is really remarkable. Of course, game experience, upload speed, and all the stats. Unfortunately, given the bandwidth we have, the download speed, we have a margin to improve, but it's just because of the bandwidth we have. And if you think about the nature of our subscribers versus subscribers of other telecom companies, we are targeting really internet, savvy people who spend more data than our competition. The amount of data, average amount of data our subscriber use is more than 2 times bigger than the average data consumption of the legacy mobile service companies. And it is growing very rapidly. So now 18.4 gigabyte, it is going to get to 20, 30, 40. We are seeing many users using 200 gigs, 300 gigs, and that era is coming. What is happening in Japan? What have been happening in Japan is all these users wanted to be, don't want to spend too much money, so they are trying to restrict their data usage outside and come back. They're looking for Wi-Fi, and it was very, very restrictive. Or you can pay a very expensive subscription fee to 3 incumbents, or you can go to the MVNO, which has a not really good experience. They are very slow. But what we want to achieve is we want to democratize wireless network. You don't need to care about how much you use. You don't need to care about how much you pay, and you can really enjoy the high speed, high quality mobile access anytime, anywhere. So this is what we have done for Japan. we decided to call it Unlimited. Now Unlimited version 7 is the data free and voice free. The max you pay is about $25. Compare with 3 incumbents. If you see the price, more MNOA 8,380 Japanese yen. MNOB 8,380 yen. MNOC 8,350 Japanese yen. This is the fact of the mobile industry in Japan. It's oligopolized. Exactly same service and almost exactly same, price. And we want to disrupt this. The reason why we want to disrupt this is 3 things. We think this is a disrupt. Our cost structure is unbelievably low because of thanks to the technology we have developed. Therefore, even with a much lower, monthly subscription fee, we still can make a profit. This is probably what you guys are here. You want to hear about it. And so, standalone as a business, we have seen massive synergy between our mobile subscription and our ecosystem. Unbelievable. They buy more. They join Rakuten card. They use Rakuten Bank. And the last piece is, today's subject, Rakuten Symphony. The analogy is Amazon e-commerce service and the AWS. So we have a little bit more because Rakuten is OTT service company, Rakuten Mobile, and Rakuten Symphony. The reason there is only one successful, sizable mobile service company which is based on open radio access network is Rakuten. Why we can do it is we are actually using it in Japan. I won't say it was an easy, cruising ride from the beginning. We struggled. There are thousands, maybe tens of thousands of corner cases we had to solve. We face the challenges, but we run and fix. And now Rakuten Symphony is prepared to provide this service to the people, to the companies which want, to the countries. And all these people, especially emerging markets, are expecting, again, really democratize the data-free wireless network. It's important not only as a business, but it's important for the society. And for us, we have seen, as I mentioned, there's a great synergy between Rakuten mobile subscription, Rakuten group ecosystem for shopping, banking, credit card, brokerage, travel, ads, everything. For example, if they join Rakuten Mobile, they use 2.61 more services from Rakuten Group. And they buy approximately 50% more from Rakuten Ichiba, which is our e-commerce services. Why? Because if they buy from Rakuten, if they use Rakuten card, they can earn points. They can earn points and they can pay mobile subscription by points. This is what we want, right? Most of the telecom companies wanted to get to the OTT service layer. We are the only company which came from OTT service to the mobile platform and mobile software business. Again, why only Rakuten Symphony can, at this point, provide the proven Open RAN system is because we know how to run and fix. This is very different from legacy software development or SaaS model. You have to use it. You have to test run. Because all these environments are very different. But we have been doing this. Obviously, with a new, platform, new network architecture, we probably need to fix it. We need to adjust it. But we know how to do it, and then we know how to make it run. And there have been no significant incident for us. And then, we are only proven scalable, fully virtualized open radio access network in the world at this moment. And we have strong commitment for the future of this software-based mobile network, which we call mobile as a software. Looking at the future of mobile industry, in my opinion, I think 5G is a great news for people, great news for consumers. But I think it's a tough situation for mobile service companies. You know, I had so many meetings with mobile network companies, and they are thinking, shall we do this 5G? Shall we wait a little bit? Because it is going to be extra cost, but your ARPU will not go up that much. So that's a reality. So at the same time, these new OTT services are coming in to what you have been providing, like messaging apps. We have Viber, WhatsApp, Line in Japan, WeChat, Telegram. And then this communication can be taken over by them. So I think this is a really tough situation, and mobile, service companies need to evolve their business model. In order to evolve their business model, they need to think differently. They need to become cloud-based. They need to become software-based to keep and develop their agility and change themselves. They have to change. But with a legacy platform, you cannot change. As if the big banks cannot evolve because their architecture is based on very old, legacy mainframe system. So, Rakuten is coming from, shopping, credit card, internet banking, internet brokerage, internet advertisement, reward program, all these internet services. We do more than 70 services, but we are going to telecom platform. Telecom platform companies want to evolve, not only providing connectivity, but of course they would like to go to the edge computing. They would like to make their service more valuable through OTT services, and we know how to do it, and we would like to help you guys to get there. This is, obviously what we're doing. The Rakuten Symphony not only provide the platform, we provide the cloud, we provide open radio access network software, we help you operations, and at the same time, we are going to try to add value through the ecosystem which we have developed in Japan. So this is what we are going to do, and we would like to be the partner of all these mobile network, mobile service companies, mobile software companies. We are open. We are open. We do not want to just dominate the business. We want to be collaborative. We want to be a partner for anybody as much as we can. We are the newcomer to the industry, but this is the future. Thank you for listening.